Shalom. Welcome to the Yeshiva Flatbush Biur Tefila initiative. So we're going to be talking about different parts of the Tefila, and today we're going to be talking about Pesuke DeZimra. What is Pesuke DeZimra? When do we say it? How does it work? What's the reason for it? Today we're going to answer those questions. So first off, Pesuke DeZimra is basically from Baruch Shamar till Ishtabach. Everything in between, that's Pesuke DeZimra. Pesuke DeZimra, psukim of praise of Hashem. So the last chapters, last 6 chapters of Tehillim is basically the main part of Pesuke DeZimra that we say. As you know, the main part is Asher Yoshev V'techa. There are 3 reasons given for that. The Gemara mentions that anybody who says Asher Yoshev V'techa 3 times a day, yesh lo chelek la'olam haba, he has a part in Olam Haba. It is a very nice minhag to praise Hashem. And just plainly explaining what is so great about Asher Yoshev V'techa, the Gemara brings down one reason, because it's a beautiful song that's in alphabetical order. Aleph, Ashrei, then, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, and it keeps going. And if you notice, this is a parak that continuously is a beautiful song that goes in alphabetical order. Another reason that's given is because the main pasuk in Asher Yoshev V'techa is Poteach et yadecha umasbiya lechulchai ratzon. Our minhag is to open our hands in prayer to thank Hashem. Poteach et yadecha, you open up your hands, umasbiya lechol chai ratzon, and you sustain us. You give us food, you give us life. So the way that we understand that it's not really us going out to work and us earning what we make, but rather everything is really from Hashem. So that is really humbling for a person to say that, because they are actually realizing and recognizing that Hashem is the driving force behind their success in everything they do. The reason that we say Pesuke DeZimra, this part from Baruch Shamar till Ishtabach, is really because we learned it out from Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu wanted to go into Eretz Israel. He was not successful, though we find that as Moshe Rabbeinu prays to Hashem, he asks Hashem, before asking Hashem, allow me to pass in the land of Eretz Israel to see it and go into it. Hashem actually he turns to Hashem and says, Hashem, Larot et godlecha et yadecha chazaka, asher mi kel vashamayim, asher ya'aseh kema'asecha v'chigvurotecha. We see the pasuk is telling us how Moshe Rabbeinu praises Hashem in such a lofty way, and only then does he ask, allow me to please just pass and look at Eretz Yisrael. And that Hashem allowed him. Hashem told him to go up, and he's allowed to look at Eretz Yisrael, but he's not allowed to go into it. So this is what we do when we're saying Pesuke DeZimra. We don't go straight to Hashem and say, I need health, I need money, right? Give me. But rather, we praise Hashem. And we tell Hashem how great He is. And then once we do that, we're showing Hashem that we really want to just do His will. And all the things that we're requesting are really in order for us to be closer to Hashem and to be able to fulfill His will. Another concept is in the word Zimra. In Hebrew, we use it as Zemirat HaKerem, which means pruning or trimming the hedges of the vineyard, taking care of all the weeds that don't belong, so to speak, things that we want to get rid of in order for the fruit to grow better. Same thing. When we're coming before Hashem, we might have some selfish thoughts or some inappropriate thoughts. So Pesuke DeZimra is an opportunity for us to get rid of, to trim our minds, trim our thoughts, and get rid of the negative thoughts that we might have that we need to get rid of. And once we say Pesuke DeZimra, we can now come to the main parts of the Tefillah to say Shema properly with the right kavanah of accepting the yoke and the responsibility of keeping Torah and mitzvot. And we could also go on to the Amidah, where we praise Hashem, and we also there first praise Hashem and then move on to Bakasha, to requesting from Hashem whatever it is we need. And just a little halacha that we should know, when we say Pesuke DeZimra, it is very important to say it the way you would praise somebody that you would know. And the Shulchan Aruch says, Yomar benachat v'lo b'mutza. Say it calmly, say it slowly. Think about the words, say it like you mean it. Don't rush. V'lo b'mutza. Don't run through the psukim, like you don't really mean it. So that's another part that we need to remember. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this segment of Biur Tefila.